Hello, everybody. Welcome to LATOKEN Online Demo Pitch. I remind you that Demo Pitch is a trial pitch dedicated to make sure that projects are 100% ready to pitch in front of VC funds. Let me introduce you to LATOKEN Investment Committee, being represented by me and Mustafa Butwala. We will provide you with the practical feedback, highlighting the crucial points investors pay attention to in your future participation in pitch competition. Let me emphasize two key aspects of a trial pitch session. First is timing, second is structure. Timing, you have 5 minutes for a pitch. Structure, your pitch deck should cover 10 crucial aspects. Company purpose, problem, solution, why no, market size, competition, product, business model, team, and financials. Let me pass the floor to the first speaker today, Noko Meso, who will share his pitch deck on a screen and will start his pitch. Noko, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we do. Please share your pitch deck with us.
Can you see the pitch?
No, we don't.
Okay, let me.
You need to share it.
Let me see.
Hello, Sir Mercury. We don't hear you.
Sorry?
No. I'm just, saying hi to new guests today.
Okay.
While you're preparing.
I think. Let me see. I thought I already set up the screen on for you to see the screen, so I'm not sure what's happening.
You know how to share the screen, right?
Sorry?
You know how to share the screen in Zoom, right?
Yeah, I was there. Now it seems I'm getting lost. No, I can't see it. I can't see how to share the screen now.
Okay, so in the meantime, probably Chetan, can you start with your pitch deck while Noko is getting prepared to be the next? All right. Chetan, one moment, we don't hear you. Let me unmute you. Chetan, we don't hear you. Can you unmute yourself, please?
Okay.
Yeah, great.
So, great. So can you see my screen now?
Yes, we do. So you have 5 minutes.
Okay, great.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready now.
Let's go.
Yep. So Acon is an analytics-driven DevOps for edge computing, right? So now I just want to let you know, currently there are a lot of mechanisms to manage and orchestrate applications on the data center, on the cloud. But when we talk about applications running on the edge, the IoT applications, there are no specific tools for it, and that's exactly what we are bringing in, right? So just to give you an example of how the edge computing stack would look like, so now this is where like you have cloud platform and hardware. From there you have edge, which has a distributed hardware and a distributed applications, and this is a place where we are playing, because this is a time where people are moving their workloads out from the cloud onto the edge, and we need a common platform to do that specific job, right? So Acon is basically DevOps for IoT edge with analytics first approach for automation at scale. So when you have edge sites with 50,000 devices, 50,000 sites, you need to do operations at scale. And analytics is what helps us to do the right stuff. Quickly want to flash the list of customers whom we are working with. The blue dot there indicates how many sites do they have right now. And there are a couple of pilots which we are working with, current set of customers. So now if you want to see like what we really do, this is a space where we are in. Our customers comes with their own hardware If you try to map it back to the stack, this is their hardware and this is their application. So we fill the in-between stuff, including things like device management, then application orchestration, monitoring of applications and devices, right? So now essentially we have taken a lot of open source software to bring up our system, bootstrapped it fast enough, and we understand the problem is to do this at scale, and that's a real pain which we are addressing now. The reason that's needed now is a time when the customers are really moving their applications out of the cloud into large volume of edge devices. So this is a specific market segment which we are trying to address. If you look at it, the entire edge computing market going to be, I mean, on a whole, 35% of the market space, which is actually management, is what we are trying to address. That accounts for $26 billion by 2025, based on various reports, what we see. So how do we make money? It's a SaaS platform. So we provide subscription based on the number of devices that is managed and orchestrated using our platform. We also provide a license for a few big customers, big enterprise, but it's predominantly SaaS on per device per month basis or per device lifetime basis. So currently, last year we did close to 100K ARR in revenue. By end of 2020, we want to be at 650K. We're not sure we're going to reach it considering the current scenarios, but then that was our target beginning of the year. By 2021 end, we would like to be at $3.5 billion. But overall, we're going to be at 300K edge computing sites, which we want to manage and automate. So at a high level, there's a team. Most of us comes from systemic knowledge. Companies like Cisco Systems, Juniper, Alcatel-Lucent. We've been doing this job of managing the devices pretty well. And we are extending that onto the new paradigm of edge computing. That's where our expertise and experience we have been working for the last 15 years is helping us to do this particular job. So in summary, so we have a right domain expertise to solve this problem. This is the right time because edge computing is actually picking up. And so we are on target with early validation.
Thank you. Thank you, Chetan. The timing was very, very, very good. Perfect timing. This is your first demo pitch?
Yes, this is my first demo pitch.
Okay, that was very well done. So a few comments on what I've seen. So what I experienced a lack of competition. So what competitors do you have? Can you please share this slide?
Sure. I can add that. In fact, we have that. Probably I need to add that one. Yes, I have that. If you want, I can show you in another slide, or if that's a comment, I've noted it down.
Yeah, because this is extremely important, and this is obviously one of the key barriers when you will face when you go on market. You are already on market. You have shown us that your business is already generating revenue, right? On the 11th slide. But there are other players in the pool who is competing for the same customers, providing relevant services, right? You need to understand the whole reality around you, what you are competing with, what is their product, what is your competitive advantage in comparison with them.
Got it. Very well done. Like as I said, like I have that probably that was missing, and I will make sure that would be added.
Yeah, and I will also add more financials. So you showed. Can you please scroll down to financial slide? Okay,
sorry. This is a competitive analysis, which I'll probably add it. Because considering 5 minutes, I thought it was going to be too quick for me to put it. That's the reason why we didn't add. And I'm going to add that into the slide deck. And financials is more of a trajectory planning.
I think. Yeah, but I would add, like you are looking for fundraising, right? So you pitch your project to VCs on the next online pitch competition. One of the primary questions that investors ask is, what is your fundraising target? So how much money you want to raise and for what purposes exactly? So how would you allocate your budget, for what purposes? And financials actually gives an explanation. What do you need money for?
Got it. So I think I have that also here, and as well as in terms of investment breakup. Because I was wondering, like 5 minutes is too short, and then that's the reason why these things were not there. And I will make sure I will add them, both of this, and include my pitch to be within 5 minutes. How much money?
Just one comment. We're doing this demo trial pitch for 5 minutes, right? But kind of we will not stop you on an online roadshow. But you need to understand that the time is very limited. So
Got
your presentation should be as dense and informative and short as possible, because otherwise that can get boring. Investors will lose their attention. So you need to attract their attention and show the most compelling things about what you're doing and why they need to invest in you. Okay, so competitions, more information on competitors, more information on, one more thing, business model. Have you shown the business model slide? I didn't see it.
Yes.
Well, here I would add more graphics, probably a scheme, probably something that can be visualized, because like when you read the text, it's not clear how your business model operates, where you start from, where is the whole business process of yours, all the steps one by one, starting from the product, ending with customer base, distribution channels, price, competitors, how do you create products, who are involved in product creation, everything. So in a visual form, no need to put a lot of information, just put it in the visual form. So yeah, this is so far from my side. Probably my colleagues want to add something.
I would like to say that you've done a pretty good job with your positioning. So that is a very big plus, because you've very simply explained exactly what you do and what you provide to the market. I was impressed with this beginning slides. Again, as Daniela mentioned, competitive landscape and exactly the budgeting would be a massive boost to your current presentation. Can we quickly go over the competitive slide, actually, since you already have it ready?
Yep.
So I think instead of a very tabled form, you could probably do a two-dimensional graph and exactly position using logos, where you land and where they land. Maybe on a two-dimensional scale of what your competitive edge is. So what differentiates you against the competition and how much?
Makes sense. Got it. I think I understand what you're exactly asking for. Yeah, we can do that. I'll put a two-dimensional plot and then put it out with the logos. Makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be more easier for the investors to quickly have a look over it and get exactly the understanding where you differentiate yourself from your competition. In terms of your team, everybody looks very, very good. I guess that is fine. Could we go back to your slides at the first two? Not this one. Okay, here. I actually, for the people who probably don't know much about edge computing, a little bit introduction to it would help. A very short and precise introduction before you go ahead with this slide. So you can get a bit lost with this slide, exactly understanding, because there's a lot of words that are very unique to the people who work in your industry. So I'm absolutely no idea what is edge platform and management. So I mean, I understand only cloud and I understand distributed apps, but the rest I'm zero knowledge. So having a little bit there in terms of getting people like on the same page as you, it would be very, very helpful for you.
Understood. Noted down. Okay.
Besides that, I think everything seems pretty much good. No comments besides these. Thank you.
Thank you, Chitan, for your presentation.
Thank you very much.
You already planned your online pitching session?
Sorry, I didn't get the question for me.
You already planned your online pitching session. When is the date?
Okay, I thought like I would be made know about, I mean, I don't know the date. Like, I thought like somebody's going to tell me that. How does it work? I thought beyond that, once I discuss here is then we're going to get the new slot for the pitching session is what I thought.
All right. So you're working with listing manager from LATOKEN, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. He will provide you with all the details.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So Naka. Noko. Okay. Harakawa.
Yeah. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you very well.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to share my screen.
All right. Let me know when you are ready.
Hey guys, so I'm ready to start.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I represent Enercent. Enercent is a play of words of energy and incentivize. So our motto was to incentivize smarter energy practices, hence the name. We started off with EV as a target market, but the EV market in general is not very straight line. So it's not easy that you buy an electric vehicle and find a charger or install a charger. Or if you're a business, there are many complexities in terms of, how do you adopt various standards? How are you interoperable among the vehicles? And then there's a lot of pressure that EVs actually put on grids, and with grids becoming increasingly distributed energy in terms of renewables coming in, EVs actually add a lot more problem to the grid. So that's why demystifying charging infrastructure is the need of the hour. Standard operating seamlessly with various ecosystem players is also one of the key problem areas that businesses are facing with respect to adoption of EVs. We believe that the adoption of EVs actually comes because of a lot of government push in primary markets for us, which is India and emerging markets. And so much so that internal combustion engines are completely banned from sales from 2030. And B2Bs or businesses which do deliveries have to do 100% of their fleet on EVs by 2025. And by each year, these guidelines and these regulations from governments are only getting increasingly stronger. And we believe that the last mile delivery is the market that we are targeting. And some of the snippets that we have is some of the online delivery guys talking about that, by 2020, 40% of their fleet would be EVs. Amazon promised that they would be utilizing about 1 million EVs in their roadmap, starting with India. So they're one of the early delivery guys using EVs wherever that they can. And in the overall EV market in India, we believe the bigger story will continue to come from our bread and butter vehicles, which are two-wheelers and three-wheelers. So fast charging or ultra fast charging might not be the need of the hour for the Indian market. But if you look at the number of two-wheelers and three-wheelers, the market size actually makes up for the lack of size in terms of the numbers. So we're talking about about 7.35 million vehicles in two-wheelers on track to be sold for 2020, even in troubled times. In fact, this number used to be about 20 million a year back. So this is a downscaled number. And if you look at the overall energy consumption that as and when these many internal combustion engines turn into EVs, they're going to put so much additional demand for energy as well. So we projected that about 200 gigawatt hours of energy would be consumed by EVs themselves, and that itself will be worth about $2.5 billion in current market terms. We also believe that EVs will actually revolutionize mobility, just as how Netflix did the consumption. So we're currently in early adoption phase where we're actually doing ROI analysis, we're doing cost benefit analysis. And as and when the EV scale for fleet, they're going to be in transition phase where they're going to be looking at manageability of them. They're going to be doing operational efficiency. And because we're talking about large amount of energy, forecasting at scale becomes another transition problem that needs to be solved by B2B operators. And eventually, the intelligence will be so much that the vehicles will start talking to the logistics systems, and it'll truly be a intelligence-driven mobility. And that's where we see the markets maturing in 5 years onwards. And we also feel that corporations, in order to succeed, they actually need to adopt EVs in India because irrespective of what the global oil prices are going at, the government of India is only taxing petrol and diesel significantly, so much so that we saw prices going up by about 15% in the last 1 month alone. So people using vehicles to deliver, they will have more impetus to adopt EVs, and they will go through these phases of adoption. So we also believe businesses will demand energy as a service going forward. So that's where NSN comes into the picture. So we offer an entire service, entire energy as a service, starting from interacting with the grid. We go and put up the charging stations. The users have our app, and the vehicles and are scheduled in terms of, we ensure that the vehicles don't run out of charge. Adequate amount of range is always available. So in terms of the offering, we divide ourselves into hardware, software, infrastructure, and services. So in terms of software, we do grid optimization. So because we consume a large amount of energy, we need to orchestrate it with respect to the timings of the day, based upon differential pricing. We also need to orchestrate sources in terms of, we figure out how much of it actually we draw it from the rooftop solar, how much will we draw from the grid, so that we don't get penalized for underutilization or overutilization. And in terms of the infrastructure, we also own the complete charging infrastructure stations, including chargers at the B2B warehouses. And we do the entire operations of it as well, that is providing energy for them and measuring how much energy is done. In terms of services, we offer a lot of help with respect to their vehicles. We have at the drop of a menu, the fleet operators can see what is the total available range in a particular vehicle. They can actually do a flexibility or a time-based charge scheduling. And in terms of hardware, we obviously work with the vehicle management hardware wherever possible. We also, for connected BMSs, we have connectors from our cloud services, which talk directly to the vehicle BMS and also figure out their charge health rate. We obviously maintain a lot of relationship with respect to the battery. So we will always be counting the number of partial or full charge cycles that they go through. And we work with various hardware vendors to give them reference designs in terms of hardware so that their hardware can interface with the cloud services seamlessly. Overall, the services that we provide for energy as a service is real-time demand response, end-to-end EV charging solution, and customers pay only on a per watt business model. So in terms of, there's no hidden or there's no capex involved. We offer them tremendous amount of energy flexibility. We can source it either from solar or grid or diesel generators wherever possible or needed. And in terms of compatibility and interoperability, right from day one, fleet don't have to be signed up for one particular standard. So we take care and we abstract all of that. And we do all of this with respect to every single warehouse where we offer this service becomes a virtual power plant and a self-contained power plant for us. So we do partial of solar, we do partial from grid, we do partial of energy sourcing from DG during certain hours. So in terms of what is unique about us, we facilitate efficient fleet management, we rationalize charging infrastructure, we do a seamless charging operations, and we do an effective energy management so that we reduce their overall energy consumption in a way that it meets their real-time demand response. The use case or our success story is we created a winning edge for India's largest online grocer, who we signed up as our first customer. And what our entire operations did was they're now able to do more deliveries per vehicle because of lower cost. They're able to scale their EV infrastructure across 100 locations in 25 cities in India through us. The challenges before we entered was complexity and high upfront cost. There was no lack of software, so they were actually using physical human beings to ensure that vehicles are charged or scheduled, so that there is no running out of charge for a particular vehicle. All that was not automated. And
sorry for interrupting you, but you need to speed up. We already
Sure.
it's time.
Yeah. So our solution was to automate the entire charging infrastructure. We deployed our IoT edge devices and chargers, which have edge connectivity. We connected all of them to our cloud, and now we have an efficient way where the drivers find out where to charge their vehicles, when to charge their vehicles, and then also find out how much they have used in terms of energy, and do some sort of reconciliation with the fleet operator. And this actually has ensured that the operator or our customer is now on the way to scale to about 32,000 electric vehicles in the near future. Why us? Apart from us, Sun Mobility from India was one of the competition our customer evaluated. Another company was ChargePoint Inc. from US. Unfortunately, with Sun Mobility, there was a lock-in of the batteries, and the number of vehicles that were compatible was simply not broad enough. And battery swapping itself is becoming increasingly expensive, and the underwriting of it was not feasible. Hence, we won the deal compared to Sun Mobility. With respect to ChargePoint, their charging stations were very expensive compared for a country like India, starting at about $10,000. And overall, they were not a sustainable business model for the customers that we were talking about. NSN team has a real-world experience in managing gigawatts of distributed energy for EV charging. Prior to founding NSN, we come from AutoGrid, leader in cloud-based orchestration for all things energy, which counts even Tesla as one of the marquee customers. So the team comes from that experience. And we actually offer the entire solution as a full stack in terms of end-to-end, right from what's consumed to forecasted. We offer manageability and interoperability with superior service levels that are replicable for utility grade. And our business model is only pay per watt, and that completely abstracts the complexity of it. Story so far, we won a EV-themed hackathon last year, and end of 2019, we signed our first major customer for about 100K plus sites. We are now doing multiple trials in other countries with partners. And our idea is to scale 4 to 6 new customers in the next 1 year. That's the reason why we're looking for funding. And so far we have put major customer acquisitions on hold until we sort out our funding needs. And the team is me, Bhargava, there's Prasad Pilla, who's our CTO, and there's Sandeep, who is our head of sales and all customer liaison. We also have an advisor called Subinder. He is a serial entrepreneur who has exited multiple companies, and he's advising us with respect to adding more customers and adding more storyline to potential investors. Our requirement of funding is about $2 million. This will help us achieve superiority in respect to our hardware and cloud solutions, sign up 4 to 6 additional B2B accounts, be at 300 charging sites by end of 2020, and also have a tremendously large portfolio of 10 gigawatt hours by end of 2020. And this is a breakup of where we're going to be using our funding, and that's where I'd like to stop. Any questions?
Thank you, Bhargava. So first, very important comment, the timing. So you need to keep in mind that everybody has 5 minutes. We said that you can go up to 5 minutes more, but it cannot be 15 minutes. So first comment is for you is to think about the duration of your presentation. The way how you can cut it is to reduce the number of words on the slides and put more figures. So from investors' perspective, they are looking at the project from mathematical point of view. So they need to do arithmetics. What are your costs? What is the outturn? What investment you need? How do you allocate the budget? And this is one of the good points that you mentioned. So you showed the cost split. You showed the funding requirement. I see that you have a very good team of experienced people in each domain that you require for your business. But the number of words is too much. So first of all, it distracts the attention. Secondly, it's really hard to take out like the main logic, the main story points of your presentation. And it's really hard to make a conclusion, is this product gonna burst up, or so what is the product is about? And the way how you can solve it is by giving more figures, giving more visuals, giving more visualized information for everybody, for ease to see, for ease to analyze, and for ease to extract the main points of your presentation. So yes, this is so far from my side. Mustafa?
Yes, Bhargava. Basically, okay, don't take this in the wrong way, but it was just so long and boring. Like, really, I'm not joking. Like, people who would be watching this pitch would have just turned it off. And this is more of a critical criticism because, firstly, you do not need so many words. Like Daniela said, you do not need to go too much into detail. You do not have to explain things in very technical form, but you have to give a basic overview of what you do, as simple as possible. Like if you see Chaitan, he also did something very similar. Your guys' products are very complex, but he's dumbed it down a bit, and I would appreciate if you could do that as well. Not for me, but just in general for the investors and for the viewers, because it would just be too long and just too boring to get into all of it. Besides that, like Daniela said, again, good work with the figures that you need, your costing, the investment. I mean, that's a positive that you can take. But in terms of your slides, they look too crowded. You can't make much sense out of it. So maybe using more keywords and critical words, which really give you the essence of what you're trying to do, then that would be a massive boost for your presentation.
Sure. Thank you so much, Mustafa and Daniela. I hear you. And thanks so much for being upfront about it. I hear you. I think I'll have to work on condensing these words into pictures and making it much briefer and to the point.
Yeah, so just imagine that you will explain it to someone who is not in the field, who doesn't know so much details as you do. So like try to minimize the number of words and simplify it. Simplify, more figure, more simplification, more visualization, and less slides and less time. Okay? Yeah, thank you. Manuraj.
Yeah, I'm here.
Share your print screen with us. Share screen, sorry.
Okay, 1 minute.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Ready? Let me know when you're
ready.
ready. Okay.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Yeah, ready.
Let's go.
Okay, so hi everyone. I'd like to introduce you to the Money Club. It's an artificially intelligent chit fund cashier. Now, chit fund in globally it's called Roscas, whereas in India it's a chit fund. So, what is basically a Rosca? Rosca is a rotating savings and credit association where let's say you have a group of 4 people who pool up $10 each to a pot, and there's a pot of $40. And one by one, they pick up the $40 at a certain frequency. The frequency can be a month, a few days, or even a week. So there is a main guy here called the cashier, who basically is the main person to form the group and handle the money. So this is what a roster is basically. Now in India, there's a very big problem. There's a problem and this problem is of 15 crore chit fund users, or let's say 150 million users in India, where the cashier actually runs away with people's money in the middle of the game. And this whole process is done illegally, and people like to get into such groups, but finding a group is very difficult because you have to find a good cashier who's trustworthy, and entry into a group is only done through references. Whereas there is a registered chit fund industry where there are companies with licenses who can do this. Getting into one of those companies is a huge, it's a very tedious task and requires heavy paperwork. Now, this market is actually a huge market. It's a $50 billion market in India and a $1 trillion market globally. If you see the plot below, the graph below, you will see that it is done all over the world and it's called by different names. In India, there are around 150 to 180 million people who do this, and the market is growing at around 10 to 15% CAGR. And you look at the registered chit fund companies, the image on the top right, you will see that there are top 5 companies with the AUMs of over $5 to $6 billion a year. So effectively, this is a huge market. Now, what are we doing here? So we have built a product to address the problem of fraud of the cashier. And we have built an artificially intelligent cashier in the form of a mobile app, where users can log in, they get verified through the mobile app automatically. Then we have matchmaking algos, which put people in groups. And then people start their money clubbing journey with us on the platform, where they start with small pooled amounts first, and then graduate to bigger and bigger pooled amounts as they keep building a transaction history with us. So in the back end, we have AI-powered risk assessment, matchmaking, and underwriting engine, which basically manages every money clubber's game. Now we are disrupting this whole market in India. Nobody has done this before. We are the first company to do this. If you look at this chart, I would like you to take your attention to the red boxes, where what we have managed to do is we have managed to create high frequency pooling and micro pooling of funds, which means the funds start getting pooled at as small as $20 and go all the way up to $1,000. So and the offline registered chit fund companies, they start their first pool with at least $2,000 or $3,000 per se. So because we are using a mobile app, we can do this much faster, and we can do it at very high frequencies. It's completely legal and completely trustworthy. Our underwriting is completely behavior based, which is unlike any other underwriting engine or let's say underwriting model that any of the chit fund companies use today. So the customer's journey is gamified, like I mentioned. So if you see the bottom left, he starts off with rupees 1,200 per day, then goes to 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 15,000, and so on. And there are different verification zones. So as he keeps crossing one zone, he has to get verified by us and cross to the next zone. Now, each zone, when he crosses, he has to provide us with different kind of information. So, for example, in the L1 zone, he has to give us his ID and background check. In the L2 verified zone, we check his credit and income data. But effectively, it's like a game. You keep playing well, you keep going to bigger and bigger pooled amounts, and you keep going to multiple pooled amounts also. So I am Manuraj. I'm the founder and the CEO, and Surjit is my CTO. We are both childhood buddies. We are both from one of the premier institutes in the country called IIT Kharagpur. We graduated in 2001, and we've been entrepreneurs since 2008. So we bring a lot of experience in building and scaling companies. Our advisors are also from top tier premier institutes across the country and globally, working with organizations like Microsoft, SAP, Our lawyer is the partner at one of the top 5 legal firms in the country. And Mahesh is the advisor of one of the VC fund, UK India Innovation Fund. So we have a good set of advisors advising us on our way forward. Our revenue model is basically connected to the number of bids that we conduct on the platform. So every time there's a pot that comes up and the bid happens, we make money. And this plot is basically showing you how we have progressed over the last 12 months. And in the last 12 months, we have basically grown to 4x of what we were. So we are actually growing quite fast. And even in the current crisis, our growth rate has actually increased by 2x more. We have over 67,000 downloads. We have formed over 2,500 money clubs till date, and we have pulled over, let's say, $2 million till date, and we have conducted around 20,000 bids on the platform. I have a very healthy rating on the Play Store. Our customers are very sticky. We have a repeat rate of 70%. Investors and borrowers are both benefiting because the investor makes around 4x more money than what he can make in a bank account. And borrowers typically pick up money from the pot at very cheap rates compared to what they can do from a bank account. So these plots are just to show you the exponentiality of our growth. We are sitting on an exponential growth rate. We have earned we are at a revenue rate of around 4 lakh rupees a month, which is around 50 lakhs per year. We have crossed over 50,000 registered users on the platform till date. Some reviews on the Play Store, I won't read them. If you can just read 1 or 2 of them and see why our users like us so much. In 5 years, we plan to hit a cumulative pooled amount of around $2 billion. And we currently closed around $1.8 million till date, but we plan to scale it up to $2,000 million, or let's say $2 billion in the next 5 years. And it's very achievable for us. What we are seeing now is that we have built a social network where people are coming together to share money with each other instead of just sharing pictures and tweets and messages. This is a real platform, probably one of the first in the world where people will start sharing money with each other. And a social network is beginning to form. There are angels who have invested in us. There are ex-venture capitalists who are partners, GPs and VCs, high-level executives from Facebook, Microsoft, and serial entrepreneurs like Anupam Mittal who have grown companies like Shai.com in India. They have invested in us. So we have a good set of investors backing us. And in terms of institutions, we have Karetsu, Let's Venture, and Royal VC who have already invested in us till our seed round. And now going forward, we are looking to raise around $500,000 to basically automate all the manual processes that we have on the platform so that we can start scaling up rapidly. With this, we come to an end. I'm happy to take questions.
Manuraj, thank you. So first, let us start from positive things. I like the fact that you highlighted the problem that is existing on the market and you put a scale of the problem so everybody understand how big is your problem and what the potential output would be. Second is you highlighted the market size, you provided the solution, so your product solved that market pain. I like also the fact of gamification, which is certainly one of the most attractive things for me personally when I'm using an app. It kind of highly increases the retention rate of your customers, the people who already are subscribers. The fact that you already have an increasing number of subscribers is also very positive for investors. That means that you already have at least an MVP which is working now. What else? Downloads of app is also very good. What I experienced a lot in is the business model. So how does your business model work? I believe that there are not slides on business model.
Yeah, this slide is the revenue model. Actually, every time there's a bid, the winner of the pot pays the money club a commission. I think I missed writing that on the slide. I should write that and that will be clear.
Yeah, one more thing. There was a slide with the headline, Angels Trust Us. So what does it mean? Angels that trust us.
So these are angel investors who trust us, who've invested in us, basically.
Like they have invested in your projects already?
Yeah, they've already invested capital.
So the question of investors on a pitch competition will be, if you already have a bunch of investors you're working with, why do you want to decide in, why do you want to participate in pitch competition then? So like for me, this slide means that you already have 8 angel investors you are in partnership with, which is like very, very impressive result in terms of number of people who will invest in your project. But why do you want to participate in pitch competition then?
To raise more money. So basically, we have raised till the seed round. So we've gone through an angel round, friends and family, and the seed. Now we are looking to raise another 3.5 or let's say $500,000 to take us to the next level of scale.
Okay. One more positive thing is the structure. So I like the structure of your presentation. There were decent share of visualization, decent share of figures, calculations, analyze, which shows, first of all, that you properly prepared with the presentation of yours, and you very clearly understand how you're gonna scale the business. And obviously you are in it because you know so many details, you know the figures, you know the dynamics of key business indicators, as I said, as number of subscribers, revenue model, which is good. Yeah, so one comment, business model. So I didn't see the business model visualization, which is extremely important. Because business model.
You mean this slide?
Sorry?
You mean this slide?
No. This is revenue model. I mean business model. So how's your business? How does your business work? Who's your customer? So I would advise you to put it in a like blockchain, in a blockchain view. So there is a block your product. There is a block distribution channel. There is a block customers. There is a
Got it. You mean the value chain, basically?
Sorry?
The value chain, basically.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, Mustafa, please.
Yep. So basically, very well done, the presentation, Manuraj. Appreciate it. It was very good. The structure, the competitive landscape, everything was pretty precise, very simple for people to understand. So great work on that. I would like to mention a few criticisms. Firstly is the fact that initials are in different, how do you say, metrics. So normally when you're doing the pitch, like on a platform like LATOKEN, you would prefer to have your numbers in millions and billions and in dollar amounts instead of Indian rupees. So you could probably work on that and get all the figures properly done. Also, the slides regarding your angel investors, could go there. Okay, so it would be very good and would really be appreciated by the investors if you could provide exactly how much they've invested and what percentage of the company do they currently own. This will boost basically their understanding of what they get out of this. So it would be much more easier for them to give you a quite instant reply on whether they would like to get in touch with you or not. So because this will raise questions, like Daniel said, it will raise questions why you need more money, or where did these guys' monies go? What percentage of the company are you ready to actually let go of? So all these details would be really helpful during the presentation. So just a quick overlap, you don't have to mention it. You can just put it on the slide, exact percentage and money that they put into the company. Again, in terms of funds raised, it would be good to mention the amount you have raised so far and the amount that you need and why you need it again. So have that structure all in one slide would make it very easy. Besides that, I think everything is just very good. Great presentation. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Manuraj. Yeah, that was very good.
Thanks, Janina. Thanks, Mr. Bhatt. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay, Vagaram.
Yeah.
Guys, sir, I need to kind of give a few comments. After Manuraj, there was Rajesh, but Vagaram informed me that he has a meeting in 10 minutes. So Rajesh, if you don't mind, can we go with Vagaram first and then you will pitch?
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Thank you, Rajesh. Okay, so Vagaram, you ready?
Yeah. Thanks, Rajesh, for the compromise, and thanks for accepting me in between. We are Invest. We are here to democratize algorithmic trading. Can you see my slides?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Invest is a social trading platform that provides retail investors access to algorithmic trading strategies curated by experts. And the problem we are solving is we have two pool of users who invest in the stock market. One are those who are experts traders. The problem with the traders is like they are currently limited in terms of the technology available for them to automate their trading strategies or build a complex trading strategy. So currently they will be in front of the system all the time, just screening through few stocks and take the position when the trigger happens. But with our, they lack something called automation. They wanted to automate their trade because their logic remains same, and they lack the tool to do so. If they have to do, they might have to even go and do their own coding and so on. And other problem is with the retail investors who actually wants to gain access to higher returns, and which is through by investing in capital markets, but they do not have the expertise to invest themselves in the capital markets. So mostly they go through the mutual funds, but then the mutual funds are not transparent enough. They are expensive. They charge like 22% of your management fee, or whether they make money or not. And if they make money, they take like 20%. And like there's been research done by the Forbes, which says like CAT could do a better job when compared to a professional fund managers. So the market opportunity, what we are looking here is the retail investment in equities alone globally is about $7 trillion. In India, this value is about $400 billion. And the trends, what we are seeing now, right now, is like the people are moving to the quantum, using algorithms to make the decisions in terms of investing in the market. So currently about 40% of the trades that are happening in Indian stock exchange is through the automated machines, as compared to US, which has about like over 90% trades happening through the machines. And we see a huge gap, and then the Indians also, retail investment also trying to move to use the machines to automate the trading strategies. Why algo trading matters? Because it's fast, it can respond to the market movements very quickly. It's accurate, it can avoid your fat figures losses, takes the emotions out of your investing styles, and is efficient. It can monitor thousands of instruments in parallel, so you don't have to worry about like which one you have to monitor and when. The solution what we are providing to the problem is we are empowering the traders community to build, test, and automate their trading strategy. So they don't they come to our platform, they don't have to actually write their codes. They can use simple UI-based interface which can be used and which can be customized to their setting. They can customize their settings based on their requirements. They can test it historically how their strategy is performing, or simulate on the live market. We have a sort of gaming on it, and then once they are comfortable, we connect to an API, and through an API their broker account, and the orders are sent automatically to their account. So once the trader builds their strategies, either they can trade for themselves or they can publish on our platform, wherein the retail investors can come out and check what are the best performing algorithms available and invest in those available strategies based on their risk and return profile. Here's the interface for traders, where it's a very slick. They can do manage how many portfolios they created, how many of them are back tested, how many of those back tested are profitable, how many of them are in a gaming mode, like gaming is like on the paper trade mode, which are running on the live market simulations, and how many are being connected, like they can just enable, disable based on their requirements. So the whole idea is like you can, that they are able to create a portfolio which is entirely automated, but then they can also have a control on it as to when to run and when not to run those portfolios. The traders, the retail investors will be able to see the platform and check out what are the high algorithms available, which are giving what returns and what are their risk profiles. And based on there, they can filter out their risk and return profile, check it how it has performed, and then subscribe to them, and the trades happen in their own account. Some of the product features we have is like we got a good amount of mathematical and technical analysis on the platform, which traders can take use of it. They don't have to code it, but they are available in terms of user interface. We got a screener which scans the entire market, and which can be used as a tool to scan the stocks which best suit their trading strategies. Apart from that, a lot of traders want to have a risk management thing. So we have a lot of risk management tools on the platform, which will help them to allocate smarter, and put some stop loss things. Apart from that, we also have analysis on the news feed that come in for any stock market, any stock. So a sentiment analysis, we can use our sentiment analysis to filter out if there's any negative or positive news that's coming out, and take the decision based on it, whether it should be invested or exited. In fact, if they can build using our sentiment tool the strategy. So if they are going long and there's some negative news came in, the strategy would exit the position. In terms of product evolution, we currently have enabled the automation of the entire portfolio. We are currently building few machine learning models, something like sentiment analysis, identifying those patterns which are like not rules based. We are using machine learning, and as we deploy more of ML things, eventually we would also be able to generate the best trading strategies and ideas, and enable the users to invest in them. Our go-to-market strategies are twofold. One is through the partnership with brokers. So we approach the brokers and get the access to their users. Now the brokers are interested because suddenly if a person who is using an automated form of investment, he is mostly active. He becomes an active user for them, and eventually trades more. And eventually they become when there's more trades happening on that platform, the more revenue is coming to those brokers. And we also use a sort of direct to users using reach out to users directly using blogs, meetups, and online ads and referrals. But mostly our customers are through the broker partnerships. In terms of current status, we have about 800 plus active users, which are trading community, not the retail side of it. So we have built the platform. We got invited the active traders, asked them to test it, and we built from that. They have created about like 2,000 plus portfolios and traded about 12 million of live transactions. In terms of partnership, we have got 2 partnerships from brokers in India, which has a user base of around 100K plus, and then who can give us access. So we are integrating their systems, and then once testing with one of the broker, and once it is live, we will be able to reach out to that one of the brokers thing, and then go on to the next brokers. And there are about 3 more brokers in the pipeline with whom we are talking to get our system integrated with there. In terms of business model, we charge directly to the users or traders the subscription model for using our tools to build, test, and automate the trading strategies, and a transaction fee for every trade that is being carried out through our platform. And when so when a trader is actually publishing their algorithms on the platform, we also take a bit share of our profits. Either we would also have our team building those algorithms where retail investors can access and invest in. So whatever profit it generated would be also be shared between us and the person who has published it. In terms of competition, we we have two segments of it. One are social.
Vagaram, we don't hear you. Vagaram?
Yep. Can you guys?
Yeah. Can you please share the last slides?
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so in terms of competition, we have eToro where the traders list themselves and the people can follow the traders. So there's no automation happening. It's just copying the traders how they trade. So there's no logic in terms of how a trader is taking his position. And then we have a traditional advisors and automation side. There's a firm called Pantopian in US, which enables the traders to go for their own strategies. And they can use it, but then Quantopian invests themselves, so they don't actually enable the social trading side of it. Streak is an Indian platform which is similar to us, but they don't allow us social trading, and it's sort of a semi-automation, not fully automated platform. In terms of financials, we are looking in terms of revenue, we are going to have about about crossing about 50 millions in 5 years. We are targeting to get about 100,000 users by 2020, which would have 20 million transactions annually. What we are looking for is $500,000, mainly to invest in technology development and building more quant models in ourselves, and remaining will go for 20% will go for admin and marketing expenses. We actually don't need much of marketing because we do a tie-up with brokers, and mostly brokers need this solution for their users, so we don't have much of marketing cost here. In terms of team, I'm the founder here. I've been a financial consultant with KPMG and EY for over 7 years, and I've also done my master's from my business school. Uday, he has also been the CTO. He has built his own platform, marketplace earlier before joining our team. And apart from this, we also have a few engineers working on it along with the interns. We got a good set of advisors. Arjun, he's the CEO of Flow Traders based in Singapore. He's a great connect for us in terms of getting expansion to the next, when we are moving out to the next markets, accessing Singapore thing. And Flow Traders basically provide the liquidity for the market makers. They are sort of market makers and provide the liquidity for the fund managers. So he's actually very well connected in within the community, capital markets community, and he has a very good expertise on it. Shashank, he's a CTO at Emilio Global, a Japanese SaaS product company, and he helps us in terms of advising on technology stacks. We are also part of Numa Accelerator Hub based in Bangalore. And yep, that's it. So what we are trying to do is basically build an Airbnb model where we crowdsource the trading knowledge and then give it to the investors, retail investors. Yep, thank you so much.
Thank you, Vagaram. Well, so I think that you're stepping on very aggressive, competitive, and saturated market. Correct me if I'm wrong. My question is, what is the biggest player on the market, on this marketplace? What company name?
So eToro is one of the biggest company, and what they do is just social trading, though they do not enable automated trading or building algorithms for the traders. So a trader would have to build his own system. Either he might be a discretionary trader or he might be a system trader, but then he's building his own system. And they are about $1 billion company and been in 10 years in the space.
So this is not the final question. So what, for example, if I'm a user of eToro, why should I switch from eToro and go to your platform and become a user of your platform? what are the perks for me?
So sure. So one of the perk for you is you're not following an individual, but you're following a system which are built by an expert. So that when you're investing in the market, there's a discipline that needs to become, there's emotions that always come out. And you have, when you're investing through a system, you have some sort of expectation how the system performs in a certain expected manner. So you don't get, some choppy trades when you're going through it.
Okay, because the reason why I'm asking is because this algorithm trading is something that we all hear about, like a lot of times on advertising, in Google and everything.
Right.
So I guess if in your particular project you need to, given that there are a lot of players on the market, you need to have something that will differentiate your project from others, and that something should be really clear, really simple, something that other players such as eToro, I'm sure they have huge user base, so most of the potential users are already there trading. So you need to go with something really exceptional so that people, despite their switching costs, will come to your platform, become your traders, and start trading on your platform. So I believe this is all about something exceptional, your competitive advantage that really stand out among other players on the market.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I would also add more figures as well in regards to financials, business model. It is understood. So the question is, you said that your target is 100K traders, retail investors by 2022. So how are you gonna reach this target? So how you wanna attract investors? Is it referral program, or how does it work? So how are you going to reach this figure?
It's mostly through partnership with brokers.
Brokers, okay. Yeah, but these brokers, I believe these brokers also work with other platforms.
Yeah, some are platform agnostic, some brokers are straight it's been just with one broker, they can't move out to things, but there are various other brokers who are platform agnostic, so they either publish multiple platforms. But in India, we are the only one among very few other platforms which are agnostic and have access to other brokers. Straight has access to one of the India's largest broker, but they are not able to move out of that broker's user space.
Okay, so this is so far, yeah. So to sum up, I would put your attention to emphasizing the competitive advantage that is stand out among other competitors. How you gonna reach this 100K user base by 2022? This is extremely important because I think the key part of what you're planning to do, so the key part of your revenue generation process is your user base. This is your constant long-term asset that will constantly bring you money. So why users trading on other platform will switch from there and come to your platform and start trading on your platform? Okay. This is something to pay attention to, give more figures, especially in regards to how you're going to increase your user base. This is so far from my side.
Okay, sure.
Mustafa?
I think Danila mostly covered what I wanted to say, so I guess we can move on to the next project since I have nothing to add as of now.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Vagaram.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So who is next? Bertkin?
Hello.
Hello.
You hear me?
Yes, we do.
Hello, Danila.
Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah, Rajesh here. Next was mine, right?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Bertkin. Yeah, sorry. Rajesh was in the plan. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll be next, right?
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, Rajesh, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is the screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me start. Yeah, a great good afternoon to all of you here. Myself, Rajesh Nair. I am the co-founder and CEO of Earn Wealth. We are a fintech based out of Pune, which is a part of India. Earn Wealth is India's first AI-enabled social commerce fintech platform, digitizing financial consultants, real estate consultants, insurance agents, and mutual fund distributors to acquire new clients, earn more, and retain them. We are a 6-year-old firm. So far, we have received more than 500,000 applications across the products. We have 40,000 plus referral partners who are nothing but our distributors. We offer 360-degree financial products. We have so far raised $627,000 US dollars in seed funding. We are also a startup recognized by Government of India, and this is the registration number. What is the problem that we are trying to solve? Indian fintech market is really huge. It is the third largest market after China and US. Financial consultants struggle to serve their customers with multiple products. The reason being, there are too many financial products. India is the second largest country in terms of population. The multiple financial institutions, which means that an individual consultant need to run around from pillar to partner with them. And obviously the technology is lacking in them. This is the problem that we are trying to solve. What is the value proposition? If you look at, we practically have all the financial products, all types of loans, all types of credit cards, all types of real estate based products, all types of investment, and all types of insurance. There are two pillars to our proposition. One is our distributors, the other one is our product suppliers. So if I talk about our suppliers, they are financial institutions. So why should they partner with us? Because there is an increase in efficiency. We give them highly qualified leads. This reduces their marketing spend and help them increase their number of transactions. On the distribution side, for our distributors, they can use our app for all financial products to acquire their customers, earn and retain. They can offer the best financial deals to their customers, and their transactions are completely hassle-free. It is completely tech-driven. The market size, India is expected to have a $30 billion market size by 2025. It is growing at a pace of 21% CAGR. The current TAM, total addressable market for us right now, is 50 million financial advisors, 30 million real estate consultants, so 80 million people in total, which is growing at a 8% year on year. So how does it work? One need to simply download the app, register on that. He can start doing the business with us. He can add the leads for loans, insurance, and investments. He can check the status of his leads from the My Lead status, and we pay him commission on the Earn Wealth wallet basis the product that he is selling with us. So we say that keep earning. We use AI and ML to get the best performance from our distributors. These are referral partners. So what does our technology do? AI and ML system help us in terms of product selection, customer profiling, vendor selection. So the advantage with Earn Wealth, we do not sell anything, our distributors sell, we only manage the technology. So it is one app for multiple activities. This increases the revenue for our referral partners. They can retain their customers because they are offering all products, low cost of acquisition leading to low cost of operation. So how are we making money? We make money on the sales commission, 4 to 7% of the deal value from the institutions. The other model is referral partner subscription. We offer a freemium model. First year it is free. Second year onwards, they will have to pay us $100 per year. And obviously the data mining. So what is our referral partner acquisition strategy? We are on a mission to onboard 1 million financial consultants and digitize them in the next 3 years. We will use both online and offline platforms to acquire them. So on the online front, we have social media, SEO, blogs, and email, and all those things. Offline, we would be doing events, print ads, sponsorship, and digital signages. So our competitors, there are other two startups. One is only focusing on the lending side. The other one is only focusing on the mutual funds. We are using a reseller strategy, so it is convenient and user friendly. Hence, we have positioned ourselves on the top. This is the team. I look after the business development. I come with 15 years of experience with DBS, Tata AG, and ICICI. Divjot is my co-founder and partner. He looks after the technology. He has got experience of 2 decades with Cognizant and Symantec. Prashant is on our board and he helps us in terms of HR and finance. The financial traction so far, last to last financial year, which is April to March, we have done $107 in terms of revenue, and $107,000. Last year we grew it by almost 300%. We kept our burn almost the same. We project to have $1 million from next financial year onwards. We are looking at $1 million to be raised. Almost 60% of it would go into acquiring new people and rest for the operations. So we can try now or invest. Thank you. Open to questions.
Thank you, Rajesh. Can you please get to the slide which is highlighting your competitive advantage?
Yeah. Is it visible?
Competitors landscape. I mean, what differs you from other players in the market?
This one. So this company is only doing loans. This company is only doing mutual funds. We are doing all financial products.
Okay. And what is the barrier for me to not use traditional banking services and go to you?
Okay. Because of this lack of technology. The banks will offer only one product. We give them a complete competition analysis. We give them the best deal available in the market and with the help of technology so that you do not have to run around.
Oh, okay. So to put it in simple words, because of the fact that it's all in a smartphone, it's all technologized, you have much less costs on much less costs on business, so you can vary other costs and give more beneficial offer to the ultimate client. To put
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is that correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, and why do other startups why do your competitors do not propose all the services? Why do they propose only loans?
Oh, well, it's a phase-wise growth. We have been in the market for the last 6 years. The companies that I just told you, this is a 1-year-old company. This is a 2-year-old company. Having said that, we would have more people coming and doing the same thing, but the market is big enough to accommodate even 30 players like us. It's a big market. It is the 3rd largest market in the world.
And what is your user base?
We currently have 500,000 plus people. On the customer side, this is on the distribution side.
Okay, so what does 40,000 stand for? Referral partners. What is
app downloads?
Downloads.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is the customers referred by them. 40,000 people have referred 500,000 people.
500,000 applications. It
yes.
means
for various financial products.
Okay. And what is like the user base who are actively using your app?
20%.
20% of 500,000.
Yes.
Okay. And so can you please show your revenue model?
This is what it is.
Okay, sales commission, okay, referral partner subscription, okay, data money, okay. And revenue model, I mean, how's your revenue increase? So what is your current revenue and how you gonna, okay, yeah, I see.
This is the growth. We are talking about a 10x growth in this financial year from October because India is under a lockdown right now.
Okay. Okay. So your current revenue is $1 million, right?
No, my current revenue is $278,000. Here it is. Financial year 2019-20.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. 2 millions. Okay.
This is the projection.
And do you have like an expense allocation picture? What do expense mostly go to and what?
This one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. Fund requirement $1 million. Well, yeah. I mean, I have a lot of positive comments on your presentation.
Daniel, can you please mute everyone? I will unmute myself. I can't hear you. A lot of people are talking.
I will do. So what I like most is that you already have the model that is working and bringing in money, which is extremely good. And that is what will stand out you from a lot of other projects. You basically have an MVP, to say the least. I guess that you already have a business model working.
Right.
You have a strong understanding of what your funds that you're going to raise, I'm sure, will be allocated to.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that you understand what differs you from other competitors, you understand the market size, you understand how you're going to increase your user base. You already have users, you already have an app with concrete figures of downloads and applications to your products.
Right.
Yeah, so I believe that I have nothing to add here. You pretty much covered all the questions that I had, so thank you for that. Mustafa,
thank you, Daniel.
Do you have any comments?
Rajesh, a really good presentation. Firstly, kudos on that.
Thank you, Mustafa. Thank you.
I would say the only thing I can add in this respect is probably your customer profile. I think that really boosts your presentation overall to really get the investor understanding into your consumer mindset and sort of basically outlining exactly which customer segment within this market you are trying to target. Because basically, let's say, you will have competitors, like you said, eventually going down the line. So
Mustafa, I think I'm sorry to interrupt. I started with that: financial consultants, real estate consultants, insurance agent, and mutual fund distributors.
Again, that is still a very broad. I'm talking about a very perfect customer profile. So just like one slide over your customer, because what your product is basically a form of convenience for consumers.
Sure.
More than anything else, because you're giving them everything available in one platform. So because you will have retail investors, you will have moms, dads, kids even trying to use your platform. So at the end of the day, having like that perfect consumer profile will boost the presentation, nothing more than that. Besides that, I feel everything is basically covered. So don't need to go too much into it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Bertken?
Yes, hi, I'm here.
Hello, can you please share your pitch deck?
Yes, wait a sec, please.
I have a question, Daniela.
Sorry?
I have a question. Can I leave?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
The listing manager will contact you with further plan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye. Bye, Mustafa.
Bye.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
That's interesting. That's interesting. It should show it. It somehow says that the file is unknown.
Sorry, what do you mean?
I cannot share the screen because it says that it's like unknown.
Okay, in that case, who is your listing manager?
It's me.
Dennis.
Bert, can you probably send your pitch deck to Dennis, and Dennis can share the screen?
Yes, because I have like.
Not in Telegram to make it quicker.
Okay. Well,
I will send it.
Reconnect with a bit.
Because I made some changes to the.
Or maybe Bert, can you reconnect to Zoom and try again? This might help.
I think I can also try it, but I will send it, Dennis, to you as well. So then we can.
Yeah.
Process.
To ensure.
So just a second ago, I sent it.
Well received.
Okay, very good. Actually, now I think I can open it. There was one tick missing. So can you see?
It works now.
It works.
Yeah, can you see?
Yes. Great.
Very good. So hi, my name is Bertken, and I'm the founder of company Aufort. I'm from Tallinn, Estonia, a small country in Northern Europe. So I founded this company 6 years ago. And since now we have dealt only with physical investment, gold and silver. And now we are taking the next further step to use new technology, blockchain technology, and to scale more with our product solution, because at the moment we have only been operating in Estonia. So the main problem what we are solving with this new product solution is that I think you all know that cryptocurrency is volatile, and it can be a really risky investment, because for most people they're losing money with these cryptocurrency investments. And also, like, exiting from cryptocurrency is also very risky sometimes. And one of the best options is to exit with gold. But at the moment, there is no really good, easily and affordable and flexibly good solution on the market. There are few companies who are offering service to exit crypto with gold, but these companies are not offering as good service as we are going to offer. So the solution which we are going to offer is we are combining like blockchain technology with e-commerce platform.
Bert, sorry for interrupting you. Are you scrolling down the presentation or not yet?
Yes, I am scrolling. You can see it?
No, we see only first slide, our forward, and that's it.
That's interesting. Wait a second, because I saw that.
Yeah, now we see it. Can you just you do not need to go to full screen if it
Okay.
doesn't
All
work.
right.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, the main problem is that cryptocurrency is volatile, and exiting with gold is not easy, affordable, and flexible. There is no company on the market who is offering like these kind of things. There are companies who are offering this kind of service, but not on these terms. So what we are doing is that we are combining blockchain technology and e-commerce platform. At the moment, all these companies who are offering exiting crypto with gold is only through like exchange systems and depositing systems. But what we are going to do is that we are going to do it on an e-commerce platform. And that gives us the opportunity to do it much faster, cheaper, and with most flexible terms. And this whole like e-commerce platform will give much more transparency. And I see that all these companies at the moment who are on the market, they don't offer like so transparent service for this kind of solution as it should be. So the timing is really good because commodity-backed tokens like stable coins are becoming more and more popular. And we believe that gold is the best possible option because it has retained its value for centuries and decades. And everybody knows that gold has like a really good store of value over the longer period of time. So the market size is also growing very actively. Stablecoins current market cap is approximately 10 billion, and by the end of 2022, our estimated market cap is around 50 million. And like I said before, there are many companies on the market who are offering something similar, but at this slide, we want to compare us with the biggest player on the market, and that is Paxgold. They came on the market with this service just a few months ago, and compared with them, we offer like a much better customer onboarding system because for them to get all the necessary information to use this service, you have to register an account. But for us, it's going to be vice versa. As we are like e-commerce platform, the customer can get all the necessary information before he wants to open an account. The buying system will also be much more comfortable because it will run on e-commerce platform, not on like exchange depositing system. That is in most cases quite time consuming. For instance, for European customers, if they're using American like depositing banks, then it will take much more time. One of the main things is service charges. Paxgold has minimum charge of like around 30 euros, and in our company it will be only 2 euros. So it will be much more cheaper for like a smaller investors or everyday people to use this service. And also one of the most important things is physical bar redemption. Paxgold offers it from already like 13 kilograms. So approximately it's currently valued like more than €500,000. We are going to offer it only from 1 gram, that is approximately €60 only. So the level of physical bar redemption will be extremely low. We don't know any company at the moment in the world who is offering such low minimums for service fee and physical bar redemption. So the system or the product works really easily. Customer can change, let's say, Bitcoin to this physical investment gold on our platform. And it's a very good solution because it's like saving money because there is no production cost of the gold bar yet. There is no shipping cost and no storage cost for the customer as well. So customer can exchange it anytime back to cryptocurrency or redeem it in euros or physical gold bar already from 1 gram. So it's going to be like extremely flexible. And the business model, as I said before, is e-commerce online platform. And that is, in our opinion, like really good solution to do it, because it can be also used by like everyday people who don't have any experience with like cryptocurrency exchanges or something like that. But most people can use e-commerce platform because they have used it before in the past. We are also doing disruptive education-based marketing. That is definitely the thing which we want to be really good at, because it definitely will distinguish us from many other players on the market. We also have a cost-effective affiliate marketing program ready, so that also helps us to reach even more people online, because definitely we are going to do ourselves active marketing and sales as well, but this affiliate program will definitely help us to expand. We plan to cooperate with various well-known cryptocurrency exchanges. We have also talked with some like mid-size exchanges, and they are interested in cooperating with us. But also Coinbase and Binance and many other bigger exchanges are definitely our target as well, to reach even more users. And the main source of revenue is on sale and buyback transactions. So if customers buy and sell their gold, then we earn money from this. So this year's plan is to raise a fourth investor. Until now, we have raised 3 investors. We plan to launch this new product solution, that is our token, and we plan like expansion in Europe, because as said before, at the moment we are only operating in Estonia. That is a quite small country. Next year we plan another capital raising and expand to Asia, and we want to start making preparations for launching gold payments platform that will be like officially launched in 2022. And then we have also plans to expand to US. So basically the long-term goal is that customers get the mobile app or the card physically to make all everyday payments in gold. So we will be like exchange for customers and companies who are selling their product or service. We have quite a solid team. We have different positions. Also, Julia is the only woman in our company at the moment. She's a CTO, and she has very long experience in IT development and also with blockchain companies. We have marketing people. Gert Laasmäe has very many years of good experience in marketing, and I am the CIO and also dealing with everyday operations and sales. And Eric also helps us with operational side. And we also have like 4 serious advisors at the moment who are helping us with also operations, financial and legal side. So the team is quite young and very ambitious, and we have like quite big plans to conquer. The capital raising is at the moment like fourth, so the pre-money value is at the moment 2.77 million, and we are raising 5,000 euros to launch the token and to make and to start growing in Europe, in other European countries. So thank you.
Thank you, Bert. So, like, you saw the presentation of Rajesh and Manu Raj today. So I would recommend you to stick to this format. More analysis, more figures, more understanding of your final customer, more understanding of how you're gonna, why people will use this token, how you're gonna solve legal issues that I'm sure will inevitably arise during this whole process. What differs you from another millions of tokens backed by gold that we constantly see incoming in among the projects. So yeah, it's really difficult to provide a feedback when we don't have exact figures, and that was the lag that I experienced during the presentation. So I like the fact that you use some visualizations, but you need to pay the lion's share of your part on analysis of how you're going to develop your business, how will the token be used, and include much more figures that we can, compare and analyze. So I really liked calculations in the presentation of yours. So this is your first demo pitch. That's normal. But before you go to real pitch competition, usually we have 2-3 projects pitching. So you need to get prepared properly with figures. This is my point of view. Yeah, very well that you found this out on a demo trial pitch. Keep that in mind. Thank you. Mustafa.
Thank you.
Nothing specifically to add besides the fact that just the flow of the presentation was a bit slow. Maybe you can speed it up a little more. That would help. But yeah, besides that, like Danila mentioned, same comments almost.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bert.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So this is so far for today, right, Jacob? Jacob? Hello.
Hello, I am there. Can you hear me?
Yes, you gonna pitch?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, please share your pitch deck.
All right. A good day to everyone. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we do.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for this opportunity. So let me take this opportunity to introduce Mercury Marketing Automation. We use the AI capabilities for intelligent e-commerce engagement. So the challenges our customers faces, broadly we have categorized into 4 groups. Brands, many a times they find it very difficult to create a seamless experience when it comes to promotional communications. For the marketers, they always have the challenge in managing multiple vendors. And for the business houses, they have a big time problem synchronizing the data across channels and vendors. And mostly for the customers, they many a times ends up receiving irrelevant communications, leading to a lot of fatigue and brand disconnect. Now, the opportunities what we are offering here. For the brands, we give an omni-channel platform experience, creating a seamless campaign experience. And for the marketers, it's an all-in-one talk to one another platform. And for the corporates, they get precise consumer insights, helping them save a lot of time and money. And mostly for the customers, they receive highly contextual intelligent campaigns powered by artificial intelligence and machine learning data. Now, the organized marketing automation market size is estimated to be around $5.6 billion US, and addressable market size is 1.25 billion. And by 22-23, our projections are we want to achieve 33 million US dollars. So this is our narrative. If you look at this particular example, you can see a traditional, I've taken just one channel, email, as an example. Traditionally, when you send a promotional email, and what will happen when someone switches to our format. Now, the system uses the machine learning capabilities to share highly relevant one-on-one campaigns, and you can see the kind of uplift our engine gives in terms of customer click-through rates and in-website engagement. And mostly the system helps the brands to do conditional messaging to help reach the right audience for the right product. Now, we are the first company to offer machine learning based intelligent recommendations into emails, hyper personalized one-on-one omni-channel campaigns. We already have 100+ plus billable customers. We have 2 awards in place. The Top Big Idea Awards 2019, Lufthansa Thai Runway to Success Technology Award winner. And we are already incubated at Indian Institute of Management, Kozhikode. This is our dashboard. And this is the market traction we have in the last 36 months. We currently deploy like 5,000 plus campaigns, 300 million plus web hits, and we have a customer churn rate less than 2%. These are the brands, predominantly Indian brands. Those are from India region. I'm sure many of these brands are quite known for you. Titan from the house of Tata. We have a couple of international brands also like Halal Trip from Singapore. Now the business canvas model, this is our value proposition, which I already explained, and our channels of revenue is predominantly from usage based as well as device based. And the primary channels, APIs, self-service and managed services, and the verticals which we serve includes e-commerce, BFSI, matrimonial, education, travel and hospitality, and consumer retail. Now the competitive landscape, you have players, standalone players across each of these channels, and this is exactly where we fall. We have all these capabilities built in, plus we have got the machine learning layer also. The team, the core team members, there are 3 of us, and we have a strong advisory board of comprising of data scientists from University of Miami, as well as head of marketing from Indian Institute of Management. Sorry, professor of marketing from Indian Institute of Management. This is the product roadmap. We envision to build a cross-channel engine which has an AI and ML layer, which helps the marketers to create highly contextual one-on-one campaign, identifying the right audience for the right campaign, and choosing the correct content and releasing it at the right time, which best suits for each of the consumers. And these are our revenue targets, already I explained. And one quick pick from my previous slide, and our investment target is $2 million US. Mainly, we want to spend that money into talent acquisition, market expansions, and for technology upgradation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jacob. I like the fact that you have already a customer base. That's good. I like the fact that you already have awards. Your startup has already won some prizes, so it means that you already have recognition from experienced people who are involved in startup domain in India.
Yeah.
Can you please get back to business model?
Sure.
So I would add more figures here. Value proposition can be base product, campaign creation. So I don't think, in my personal point of view, I would put value proposition to a separate slide and add more figures here. So customer segments, what percentages for each customer segment you are aiming at? Channels as well, more percentages, revenue stream, also which one is the major one, which is secondary, cost structure, also percentages. So I would add more figures to business Canva model.
Sure.
This is so far from my side. If
Thank
Mustafa
you.
wants to add something. Mustafa?
Yeah. A little too much text on your slides. Maybe a little more cutting down on text would help.
Sure.
Speed
Sure.
up things.
Sure.
Yep, I think that's all. Besides that, I think Daniela's comments were pretty.
Thanks, gentlemen. Thanks, gentlemen, for that feedback.
Thank you, Jacob.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, so have a great day. See
Thank
you.
you.
We had just Manuraj logged in and logged out.
Rush already pitched today.
Yeah, it just logged out. Okay.